Namaste children. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is respiration. So before this chapter, let us recollect in our last chapter, nutrition in animals, where first we used a word life process. So what is meant by life process? Life process is a process that is done by the living organisms, or it is a group of processes that are done by the living organisms for their better survival. Like these processes, each and every individual alone they have to do, like nutrition, intake of food for their health, for their growth they have to take food. So for their survival they have to respire, they have to transport, they have to excrete. So these are some of such life processes that are done individually by each and every living organism for their life. Yes, so in our earlier chapter, nutrition in animals, we came to know that digestion is one such process where the food which we are eating is break down into simple particles. And now such a food, when it is digested at the villi of our small intestine, it is absorbed into the blood. And now from the blood, the food material, the simple food material, especially glucose, because in your nutrition animals lesson you read that an instant energy it comes from the glucose. Glucose and fats are the two such food substances which can give us energy. So now such a digested food, when it is absorbed into the blood, through the blood, now it is transported to each and every cell. It is transported to each and every functioning cell, and it is present in the cell. But how this food material it is giving us energy? What exactly it is happening in the cell that energy production takes place? So for understanding that concept, how the food material it is giving us energy, we have to learn another life process, that is called your respiration. Okay, so in your lower classes you might have read that respiration means intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide. Is really intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide is respiration, or any other chemical pathways and biochemical pathways are there? How that are done within the cell, everything we are going to learn in our new chapter, that is your respiration. Okay, so what is exactly a respiration? Respiration means it is a intracellular, means it occurs within the cell. So respiration, it is an intracellular oxidation process. So we are saying oxidation process means oxygen it is involving over there. It is an intracellular oxidation process in which the complex organic substances are broken down to release energy. Okay, so what exactly a respiration is? A respiration which occurs within the cell. So we are saying it as an intracellular process where now the complex organic substances, even though we are saying glucose is the simple form of carbohydrate, for a cell to get energy it is a complex form. That's what a complex organic substances, they will break down into simple forms for the production of energy in the presence of oxygen. So this particular process we are calling it as a respiration. Now due to respiration we will get energy, and that energy it is present in a form of chemical that's called ATP. What we are calling, it's called as ATP. So within the cell, exactly where the respiration process will occur. So in the mitochondria of the cells, mitochondria is one of the cell organelle which we are saying as a powerhouse of the cell. Like a power plant, if you will take, a power plant is a place where the electricity production takes place. Okay, in the same manner, mitochondria is a cell organelle in the cell where the energy production it is taking place. Okay, and sometimes that respiration may be aerobic, that is in presence of oxygen it will occur. Sometimes it is non-aerobic or anaerobic, means without the presence of oxygen respiration will occur. The main important significance of respiration is energy production. That too energy, it is always produced in a form of ATP in mitochondria, and even it is stored in the mitochondria. Understand? So now such a respiration, if you will see, it is a two-stepped process. That respiration, what all we are saying right now from your childhood to till now, so that respiration, if you will see, it is of your two-stepped process, where the first step of respiration, it is called breathing. Then it is followed by cellular respiration. So what is exactly breathing? How it is differing from the respiration? Breathing means it is nothing but exchange of gases. So exchange of gases always takes place by living organism into its atmosphere. That may be air or water. In case of humans, it's an atmosphere, whereas in case of fishes, it is a water. Okay, so breathing, it is a method where the exchange of gases is taking place between the living organism and towards its habitat or towards its atmosphere. Now such a breathing, it's just a exchange gases medium or exchange gases process, that's it. Now this breathing process, it is of two different steps. One process we are saying as a inhalation. Inhalation means the intake of oxygen or intake of gases into the body takes place, and then followed by the next step in the breathing, that is called exhalation, means release of carbon dioxide outside the body. Understand very clearly, children. Respiration, it is a two-step process where the first step is breathing, then followed by cellular respiration, and the breathing, it is again of two different steps. One is an inhalation where the intake of gases takes place into the body, then followed by exhalation, the release of impure gases like carbon dioxide, it is exhaled from the body. So once the breathing is over, now through the sequential organs present in the respiratory system, now oxygen, it is reaching to the cell level, where in the cells, in the cytoplasm and mitochondria of the cell, the exact breakdown of glucose starts for the production of energy. This particular step we are saying as a cellular respiration. So far we had seen what is respiration, the need of respiration, definition of respiration, and the steps that are involved in the respiration process. So this is your breathing process. So in this breathing process, inhalation and exhalation, when you will observe carefully, a muscular plate-like structure, it is present, that is called diaphragm. A muscular plate-like structure, it is present exactly in between the chest and the pelvic cavities, which is muscular plate we are saying. So it is contracting and relaxing, that forces are that creates a difference pressure in the lungs that leads to inhalation and exhalation process. So children, in our next classes we are going to learn what is an inhalation, what is exhalation, how the breathing is different from the respiration process, and then the passage of air, that is the respiratory organs that are involved in the breathing process. Okay children, so for today you please copy down the difference between respiration and breathing in your classwork, and then start reading the textbook. So while reading, remember always what is respiration definition, the use of respiration, and the steps that are involved in the respiration. Everything you have to read in a sequential manner. So start reading textbook children. Thank you so much.